The All Progressives Congress, APC. Let us start with the party currently in power, the All Progressives Congress, known by its abbreviation, APC. The APC was officially formed on February 6, 2013, and received INEC approval on July 31, 2013. It was created through a merger of Nigeria's three largest opposition parties at the time: the Action Congress of Nigeria, the Congress for Progressive Change, and the All Nigeria People's Party, along with a breakaway faction of the All Progressives Grand Alliance and a splinter group from the ruling PDP, known as the New PDP. What made this merger historic was not just that it happened, it was that it worked. For the first time in Nigeria's Fourth Republic, different opposition groups with different ideologies, different regional bases, and sometimes competing ambitions actually united around a single goal: ending 16 years of PDP dominance. That goal was achieved in the 2015 general elections. Muhammadu Buhari, the APC's presidential candidate and a former military head of state, defeated incumbent President Goodluck Jonathan of the PDP. It was the first time in Nigeria's post-independence history that an incumbent president was defeated at the polls and power was transferred peacefully from one party to another. The APC maintained that victory in 2019, with Buhari winning re-election. Then, in 2023, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the former Lagos State governor who was widely credited as the political architect behind the APC merger, won the presidency himself, taking roughly 37% of the vote in a crowded field of 18 candidates. As of March 2026, the APC controls the federal government and holds 31 out of Nigeria's 36 state governorships. That figure has grown steadily due to a wave of defections from other parties, particularly between 2023 and 2026, that analysts and critics have described as unprecedented in Nigerian political history. In the National Assembly, the APC remains the largest force in both the 109-member Senate and the 360-member House of Representatives. The APC held its 8th National Convention at Eagle Square in Abuja on March 27 and 28, 2026. Through a consensus arrangement among delegates, Professor Nentawe Goshwe Yilwata was returned as national chairman. Yilwata, a former Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction and former INEC-registered electoral commissioner in Benue State, had first assumed the chairmanship in July 2025 following the exit of former Kano State Governor Abdullahi Ganduje. Senator Surajuddin Ajibola Basiru was also returned as National Secretary. Felix Moka continues as National Publicity Secretary. These positions were confirmed after President Bola Tinubu indicated his preference for continuity in the party's leadership. The People's Democratic Party, PDP. If the APC is today's dominant force, the PDP is the party that defined Nigeria's democracy for its first 16 years. The PDP was formed in 1998 and won the first presidential election of Nigeria's Fourth Republic in 1999, when Olusegun Obasanjo became president. From that moment, the PDP governed Nigeria continuously for 16 years, winning every presidential election from 1999 through 2011, producing 3 presidents, Olusegun Obasanjo, Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, and Goodluck Jonathan, and controlling the majority of state governorships throughout that period. Its membership was enormous, its network was nationwide, and its internal coalition brought together politicians from virtually every ethnic group, every religion, and every region of the country. That breadth was its strength and ultimately one of its greatest vulnerabilities, because managing so many competing interests proved difficult. Internal divisions within the PDP, including the mass defection of 5 sitting governors and dozens of legislators to the newly formed APC in 2013 and 2014, severely weakened the party ahead of the 2015 elections. The APC's Muhammadu Buhari defeated incumbent President Goodluck Jonathan of the PDP, ending the party's 16-year grip on power. Since then, the PDP has served as the main national opposition party, though that role has become increasingly fragile. As of March 2026, the party holds governorships in only 2 states, Oyo and Bauchi, down from its dominance in the previous decade. The PDP is currently facing one of the most serious internal crises in its history. Deep divisions have emerged between 2 of its most powerful figures, Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde, who controls the party's only southwestern governorship, and FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, who served as Rivers State Governor under the PDP but has aligned closely with President Tinubu's administration. These tensions have been so severe that INEC formally engaged a caretaker committee aligned with one faction, and a splinter group announced plans to hold a rival national convention in March 2026. The PDP Board of Trustees has repeatedly appealed for unity, patience, and adherence to court orders. Analysts have described the ongoing defections from PDP to APC as not just routine political movement, but a coordinated weakening of the opposition ahead of 2027. The Labour Party, LP. No story in recent Nigerian political history captured the imagination of young Nigerians quite like the rise of the Labour Party in 2023, but by 2026, that story has taken a dramatically different turn. The Labour Party was originally created in 2002, growing out of Nigeria's labour movement. For years, it remained a minor platform, relatively unknown to most voters and with little national footprint. That changed completely in 2022 when Peter Obi, the former Anambra State Governor, defected from the PDP to the Labour Party and declared his intention to run for president. His candidacy triggered what became known as the Obedient Movement, a massive wave of support, particularly among urban, educated, and young Nigerians who were frustrated with both the APC and PDP. In the 2023 presidential election, Obi came third with 6 million votes, making him the most successful Labour Party candidate in Nigeria's history. The Labour Party also dramatically increased its presence in the National Assembly, becoming the 3rd largest force in both the Senate and the House of Representatives after the 2023 elections. But that momentum did not last. The Labour Party has since been consumed by one of the most protracted and damaging leadership crises of any Nigerian political party in recent years. The crisis centered around Julius Abure, who had been serving as national chairman since 2021. A caretaker committee led by former Finance Minister Senator Nnedi Usman sought to remove him, and a series of legal battles followed. The Supreme Court ruled on April 4, 2025, that the Court of Appeal had lacked jurisdiction in earlier pronouncements about Abure's leadership. Then, on January 21, 2026, Justice Peter Lifu of the Federal High Court formally sacked Abure as national chairman, declaring his tenure had elapsed, and recognized the Nnedi Usman-led caretaker committee as the party's lawful leadership. As of April 2026, the Labour Party's leadership dispute is still unresolved in practical terms, with both factions maintaining claims to control of the party structure. Most significantly, Peter Obi, the face who had transformed the Labour Party from obscurity into a national force, officially resigned from the Labour Party on December 31, 2025, and joined the African Democratic Congress, ADC, at a rally held at Nike Lake Resort in Enugu. He framed it as joining an opposition coalition aimed at challenging the APC in 2027. The Labour Party, currently in caretaker mode, now must rebuild, reunify, and reposition itself for 2027, a difficult task without its most recognized face. The African Democratic Congress, ADC. The African Democratic Congress, ADC, was founded in 2005 and spent most of its existence as a relatively minor party without national prominence. That changed dramatically at the end of 2025. The ADC has become the vehicle for what many political observers are calling Nigeria's most significant opposition coalition attempt ahead of the 2027 elections. Peter Obi's high-profile defection to the party on December 31, 2025 brought enormous attention and membership to the ADC. Legislators, former governors and political leaders joined him at the Nike Lake Hotel rally, with Senator Victor Ume announcing that Labour Party members, including Obi, had formally resigned to join the ADC. Senator Enyinnaya Abaribe also announced his resignation from APGA at the same event. The ADC National Publicity Secretary confirmed that Obi's arrival boosted the party's membership significantly, including a wave of new lawmakers registering under the party's banner. The party is now positioning itself as the umbrella for opposition forces hoping to challenge APC in 2027. Atiku Abubakar has also been mentioned in connection with the ADC's 2027 plans, and there is ongoing speculation about whether Obi and Atiku might form a joint presidential ticket or compete separately within the party. In October 2025, the national leadership of the ADC raised alarm over infiltrations of its branches, which it attributed to agents of the ruling APC, pledging to remain focused on its vision despite the pressure. The ADC going into 2027 is arguably one of the most watched parties in Nigeria, not because of its historical track record, but because of who has chosen it as their new political home. The New Nigeria People's Party, NNPP. The New Nigeria People's Party, NNPP, of its existence, it was a minor platform. What transformed it into a recognized national force was one man, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso. Kwankwaso was a former two-term governor of Kano State and former Minister of Defense, joined the NNPP and ran as its presidential candidate in the 2023 elections. His strong base, especially in Kano and the Northwest, gave the party a genuine regional stronghold. According to INEC's official records, the NNPP's national chairman is Dr. Ajuji Ahmed, with the party structure continuing to evolve. The NNPP won seats in the National Assembly in 2023 and controls a significant presence in Kano State politics. The NNPP continues to operate as an independent party, focusing on grassroots mobilization, education, and economic development, particularly for its northern base. The All Progressive Grand Alliance, APGA. The All Progressive Grand Alliance, APGA, was founded in 2002 and has built its identity most strongly in southeastern Nigeria, particularly in Anambra State, where it has dominated state-level governance for nearly 2 decades. APGA produced 2 of its most notable figures as Anambra governors, Peter Obi, who governed from 2006 to 2014 under the party, before eventually moving to PDP and later Labour Party, and Professor Charles Soludo, the former Central Bank of Nigeria governor, who is currently serving as Anambra State Governor under APGA. APGA also holds the Abia State Governorship with Alex Otti, though notably, Otti was elected on the Labour Party platform in 2023 and is associated with LP. Following Peter Obi's exit and Senator Abaribe's announced departure from APGA at the December 2025 rally, APGA faces some pressure on its membership. However, with Soludo's continued popularity in Anambra and its deep regional roots, APGA remains a force in southeastern politics. APGA's message has consistently centered on regional development, fairness, and ensuring the Southeast's interests are represented at the national level. It has shown that consistent regional strength, even without national dominance, can sustain a party's long-term relevance. Accord Party. The Accord Party is one of Nigeria's smaller but noteworthy parties. According to INEC's official records, its national chairman is Barrister Maxwell Mbodem. The party is perhaps best known for holding the Osun State Governorship, making it one of only 5 parties currently controlling a state government in Nigeria as of early 2026, alongside APC, PDP, APGA, and Labour Party. Accord advocates for social democracy and secularism and won a seat in the House of Representatives during the 2015 elections. Its continued control of Osun State is its most significant current achievement and marks it as a party that punches above its national weight. The Social Democratic Party, SDP. The Social Democratic Party draws its name and inspiration from Nigeria's earlier democratic traditions. The SDP was a major party in Nigeria's aborted Third Republic in the early 1990s and has been re-established in the Fourth Republic as a platform for social democratic ideals. According to INEC's current records, the party's national chairman is Dr. Sadiq Umar Abubakar, though this is noted as being by court order, reflecting that like several Nigerian parties, the SDP has experienced internal leadership disputes. The SDP's most recognized recent figure is Adewale Adebayo, who ran as the party's presidential candidate in the 2023 elections. The party promotes policies centered on welfare, education, and inclusive economic growth. While it has not yet achieved major electoral victories in the Fourth Republic, the SDP continues to participate actively in elections and represents an important ideological alternative in Nigerian politics. The People's Redemption Party, PRP. The People's Redemption Party carries one of the most storied names in Nigerian political history. It is closely associated with the legacy of Malam Aminu Kano, one of Nigeria's most celebrated progressive politicians who was known for championing the cause of the poor, the marginalized, and the talakawa, ordinary people. The party continues to operate today, promoting policies focused on social justice, equity, and the welfare of ordinary citizens. According to INEC's records, the party's national chairman is Malam Falalu Bello, OFR. While the PRP's electoral strength in today's political environment is limited, its historical legacy remains deeply respected, particularly in northern Nigeria, where Aminu Kano built his movement. The party represents the tradition of ideologically driven politics in Nigeria, a reminder that political parties can be more than winning, they can also be about standing for something.
The African Action Congress, AAC. The African Action Congress, AAC, is one of the most distinctive parties in Nigeria's political landscape, known less for its electoral victories and more for its uncompromising stance on political reform, accountability, and citizens' rights. Its most prominent figure is Omoyele Sowore, a journalist, activist, and former presidential candidate who ran under the AAC platform in the 2019 general elections. Sowore is known for his bold confrontation of government policies and his founding of the Sahara Reporters news platform. The AAC positions itself explicitly as a grassroots, citizen-driven party, not interested in the deal-making and power-sharing arrangements that define mainstream Nigerian politics. It has been a vocal critic of both APC and PDP governments. The party is currently listed among Nigeria's 21 registered parties with INEC and remains active in political discussions even where its electoral results remain modest. The Young Progressive Party, YPP. The Young Progressive Party was established in June 2017, explicitly positioning itself as a challenge to Nigeria's two dominant parties. It describes itself as a social democratic party focused on empowering young, visionary, and innovative leaders. Its most recognized figure at the national level is Professor Kingsley Moghalu, the former deputy governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, who ran as YPP's presidential candidate in the 2019 general elections. Moghalu's candidacy brought intellectual energy and international credibility to the party's profile. YPP remains active and continues to contest elections. Its core message that Nigerian governance needs generational change and fresh leadership approaches resonates with a growing segment of younger voters who feel alienated from the traditional political parties. The Action Democratic Party, ADP. The Action Democratic Party was registered by INEC in June 2017 and was explicitly created as a third force to counter both the APC and PDP. It promotes governance reform, accountability, and democratic values. The party's national chairman is Yabagi Yusuf Sani, with Victor Tamie Fingesi serving as national secretary. The ADP has participated in elections since its registration and remains active as part of Nigeria's multi-party system. It represents the recurring Nigerian political ambition to break the dominance of the two major parties, an ambition that, while challenging, reflects genuine voter desire for alternatives. The National Rescue Movement, NRM. The National Rescue Movement received its INEC certificate of registration on January 10, 2018, though it was formed earlier in 1999. The party's focus, as its name suggests, is on addressing Nigeria's governance challenges and promoting national unity and democratic reform. According to INEC's records, the National Rescue Movement is chaired by Prince Dr. Chinedu Obi. While it has not achieved major electoral victories, the NRM remains registered and active as part of Nigeria's political landscape, representing the idea that Nigeria's problems require a rescue-oriented approach to leadership. The Allied People's Movement, APM. The Allied People's Movement is one of the newer entries in Nigeria's political space, registered by INEC as part of its portfolio of active parties. Like several smaller parties, it provides an alternative platform for candidates who may not fit into the major party structures. The APM is included in Nigeria's official list of 21 registered parties and contributes to the diversity of options available to Nigerian voters. While its national footprint remains limited, parties like the APM serve an important function. They demonstrate that Nigeria's democracy, at least in principle, is open to new voices and new ideas. The remaining registered parties. Nigeria's complete list of 21 INEC-registered parties also includes several smaller organizations, each with their own focus and identity. Let us briefly walk through them. The Boot Party. The Boot Party is one of the newer entrants into Nigerian politics, known for its distinctive identity and focus on transparency and citizen engagement. It is part of the official INEC-registered roster heading into 2027. Action Alliance, AA. Action Alliance promotes social justice, rural development, and youth empowerment. It has been registered with INEC and continues to participate in Nigeria's electoral process. Action People's Party, APP. The Action People's Party is another registered platform that contests elections and contributes to Nigeria's multi-party system. Zenith Labour Party, ZLP. The Zenith Labour Party's national chairman is Chief Dan Nwanywanyu. It is a separate organization from the Labour Party and operates independently as a registered political party. Youth Party, YP. The Youth Party, different from the Young Progressive Party, has an explicit focus on youth governance and youth participation. Its national chairman is Dr. Umar Mohammed, and its slogan is "Shaping the Future with the Support of All Nigerians." Democratic Leadership Alliance, DLA. The Democratic Leadership Alliance is one of the two newest registered parties, formally recognized by INEC on February 5, 2026, after meeting all statutory requirements. Its pro-tem national chairman is Fortune Ogenegare Agwaretoma. According to its founding principles, the DLA focuses on governance reforms, youth participation, transparency, grassroots mobilization, and inclusive economic growth. Nigeria Democratic Congress, NDC. The Nigeria Democratic Congress is the other new party registered in February 2026. It was approved by INEC following a federal court order from Lokoja, Kogi State. The NDC describes itself as a centrist party focused on social justice, equitable resource distribution, and strengthening democratic institutions. Its national chairman is Bar Frederick E. Owotorufa.